Welcome back to the Speakeasy Live show here at the San Diego CC Expo in downtown San Diego. We're here at the Convention Center live. I've got my host, Big Tony.
How you doing?
I've got
How you doing?
Andrew Palladino over there with us. And joining us today on the set is Brandon. And he's going to tell us a little about the services that he offers people in the cannabis community for accounting. Now, believe it or not, it's actually really important because people in this industry don't have a lot of resources or a lot of knowledge when it comes to specific laws with regards to accounting and reporting taxes,
Banking.
things of that nature, banking.
Banking.
And this gentleman is going to tell us all about how he saves everybody from that.
Wow. He could
So,
help me
Brandon,
out.
welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, you kind of hit the nail on the head. You know, in the cannabis industry, the most difficult thing is everybody who starts businesses or starts growing them knows about 280E.
Okay,
Which
right.
is-
Tell us what
Which
280 is.
280E is basically the federal government's way of screwing everybody in the cannabis industry. Basically saying like there's a ton of expenses that you're not going to be able to write off when you file your taxes because you work in the cannabis industry.
Correct.
So my job is to come in and, you know, basically take a look at the business and see what areas, you know, you can split the business and what areas you can, you know, cut taxes and actually write those expenses off.
Right. Okay.
Because, you know, if the government's going to come after the cannabis industry, then, you know, the cannabis industry has to start playing smart.
Right,
And dealing within the rules of the law, but at the same time, like not just bowing down and saying, okay, we're just not going to write everything off.
Right. Well, I know
Yeah.
there was a case a while back in California. It was Olive v. Commissioner. And,
Yeah.
you know, after I read it, basically my advice to everybody, and I don't really do anything with taxes, is go hire a CPA, but good luck.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, there's, you know, you have the accountants that have the CPAs that have no knowledge of the cannabis industry, and then
Right.
you have the ones that don't want to touch it with the 10-foot pole because, you know, there's still those ethical regulations with their licenses.
Right.
So whereas someone like me, you know, I come in and I have a CPA on staff that helps me do the taxes.
Okay.
So that they can kind of have that plausible deniability.
Gotcha.
So
Now, do you think that has a little bit to do with, you know, a lot of people have established practices and they're just so used to the regiment of doing things with a rubber stamp, and now you come in and you've got this brand new emerging area, and it's probably very challenging for most CPAs to try and understand it and tackle the area.
Well, it's two things. It's that's one of them.
Okay.
I mean, I had to do about 12 hours worth of studying to really understand those specific laws. But the other
Oh,
thing
shoot, it
is,
only took Tony 6 hours. 6 hours.
but the other thing is
Tupperware.
from
10 steps, 3 paces, shovel, berry.
that's actually
You haven't
right.
heard this?
That's
Yeah.
actually right, man.
Oh, it's great advice.
I picked it up from Pirate Bill.
There you go.
There we
Old
go.
technique.
With a name like Big Tony, you know, he's got some friends.
Big
Yeah.
Tony knows everything.
You got to trust that he knows the right answers.
That's right.
No, but the second thing is the toughest thing about having a license, like a CPA license,
Right.
is you have to follow certain ethical standards.
Right.
And still, because people are still afraid of the cannabis industry, the ethical standards are you can't partake in that type of tax accounting.
Right.
And so their biggest fear isn't so much that like, hey, you know, we're not really sure we can learn this stuff, but it's we don't know if we go for licensing renewal,
Right.
if the state's going to let us renew our license because now we're, you know, in this kind of sketchy industry that people
Right.
are
Because
still
we're in
looking
bed
at it
together
as.
in the marijuana industry.
Exactly.
Everybody always comes in and tells me, you know, I've had a few CPAs that have told me the old story, and I don't know how much truth there is, but they say that a lot of this stuff came out of the Al Capone era where, you know, he actually was charged with tax evasion. And later on, after he had been incarcerated for some years, he had hired or established a connection with a lawyer and a CPA firm, and they went to try and go back because he had been penalized for all those back taxes, and they went to try and go back in and reduce all that by saying that he could claim all the expenses for running his mob enterprise for all those years. and the case actually went up through the court system, and the government said, hey, no, if you run this illegal type enterprise, yeah, we can tax you for every dollar you make, but all the bullets you fire and all the hitman contracts you pay off,
can't write
none of
those
that's
bullets.
getting written off.
Exactly.
So
Write off
it's a
bullets.
double-edged, it's catch-22.
well,
Can I write off my Molotov cocktail?
Right.
well, not only that, but you're also a
Yeah, I
cash
bought
basis
10
company.
new shovels.
right.
And being a cash basis company, I mean, it's a double whammy. You're in the industry, and you're a cash basis company. If you don't have anyone on staff, or if you don't hire anybody that knows what they're doing from an accounting and finance standpoint, and
Right.
knows how to handle all the IRS stuff that they throw at you,
Yeah.
there's no wonder that 9 out of 10 cannabis businesses fail within their first year.
Right.
They get taxed so much by the IRS they can't afford it and they go bankrupt.
How does someone find you if they want to enlist your services, Brandon?
They can find me online, www.jcmfinancial.com, or they can find me on LinkedIn, Brandon Morales. If they're connected to
all
Josh on
connected.
Speakeasy, they can find me through LinkedIn.
Okay, great.
So-
Well, thanks for coming on the show, Brandon.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll be right back with more of Speakeasy Live at the San Diego CC Expo in
Yeah.
downtown San Diego.